Yes, indeed. 745 Big Ticket Morning Show with Jazzy VB on V103, ATL's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, a perfect opportunity for you to exercise your power.
Yes.
Vote. Vote and vote. And then vote, and then vote, and then vote, and then vote some more. You only get one time, but I'm just going to try to keep saying vote. Joining us is the principal consultant of Kirnon Consulting and the co-founder of the Ebony Caucus, Mr. Justin Kirnon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
What's happening with you? Get that mic a little closer to you, bro.
There we go.
There we go. How are you this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Listen, I'm excited for another opportunity for us to go out here and show our power.
That's it.
Tomorrow, Georgia's primary election happening. Some people unaware that that is even happening tomorrow.
A lot of people are unaware to the point where early voting turnout numbers have been so low right now. So that means tomorrow we need people to get out and vote. Your polling locations are going to be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And if you don't know where your polling location is, get on the internet and go to mvp.sos.ga.gov, and you can plug in your information. You can find out where you're supposed to vote.
I actually got a notice in the mail.
I did too.
Yeah. I did too. It's only like the second time I remember getting that.
Yeah, and it shows your polling location.
Right?
Yeah, so all polling locations. I love
all
it.
your information on the card.
Right, really? Like what?
That's it. But that means you got to get out there and you got to actually show up and actually cast that ballot.
Okay, what are we voting for tomorrow?
A lot. Okay. And so here's the thing about it. Everybody gets so caught up. Everybody gets so caught up in the most
General
popular
election.
races and all of that other stuff. But this is extremely important because of the fact that some of these seats are decided tomorrow. They're not decided in the general election. Some of these seats are decided tomorrow. So you have two types of things that are going to be on ballot. You have your partisan races, and then you have your nonpartisan. So everybody that's going to the poll tomorrow, you have an option. You can pick a Democratic ballot,
right,
a Republican ballot, or a non-partisan ballot.
Okay.
So you have the option between all of those. And on your partisan ballots, you have your members of Congress. Members of Congress are up for re-election, y'all. That's important to know.
Yep.
And so you're going to be voting on your Congress people. And most of those races are not contested, which means tomorrow you will be picking, in a lot of these areas, you'll be likely picking your congressperson. You're not going to do that in November. That will be decided tomorrow. And then you have your state House of Representatives, which is your state House Representatives and your state Senate. All 236 members of the General Assembly are up for re-election. So all of the folks that go under the Gold Dome to vote on things on your behalf, they're all up for re-election. And once again, there's only a handful of those races that are contested, which means you're picking your state representative in a lot of these areas. You're going to actually be doing that tomorrow.
So in layman's terms, like if people don't understand what Congress and House of Representatives, tell them very quickly what these people do in office.
So your Congress people are the people that are up in Washington, D.C. voting for the things that are on that federal level. So those are your folks in Washington, D.C. And I know some of y'all caught that viral clip. When
Jasmine and yes.
You know, so that's your Congress.
Right.
Not necessarily
the reputation of it.
Well,
that's what it is.
Jasmine right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So that's Congress. So they're making your federal laws. And then you have your state House Representatives and your state Senate, and those are the people that are making your state laws. Now, let me be clear. All of the stuff on the more local the voting is, the more that it impacts your everyday life, right? And so you have your Congress, and that's important to vote for. But then these people that are voting for all of these things that connect to you locally, your state House, your state representatives, that stuff is extremely important. And then you have some other partisan races. Sheriff, there's a couple of hot sheriff races out there that you need to be paying attention to, because who you elect as sheriff, that's going to determine, certain things within your community.
The DA too, right? Yep.
Got you. Yeah, and in Fulton County, it's a hot
lot going on in Fulton County, boy.
It's a lot going on in Fulton County.
A lot going on in Fulton County on the partisan and the nonpartisan side. So, and then when you make that shift to the nonpartisan side, you got your county commissioners.
Right.
And those are the people that represent you on that county level. Those are the people that vote on county stuff. More important than the laws and all that stuff are budgets, people. That's important. So when the state level or the county level, it's budgets. But Fulton County got a hot county commission race in
they really do.
With Natalie Hall and Mo Ivory. And so that's going on in that race. But and then you have judge races. So a lot of people fail to recognize and realize that you vote for a lot of your judges. And so that's on that nonpartisan slate as well. And so you have a lot of things that are very important that are going to impact your everyday life. And so you have this conversation about, I'm going to sit this one out. You can't afford to do that.
No.
At all.
It's not just about the top of the ticket, y'all. It's about all of these other races. And you choosing to abstain from this process is absolutely crazy because of the fact that, Tigger, go ahead and give me the keys to your car.
Nope.
Jazzy, give me the key.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. But we won't give up those things. But by not voting, we're saying, hey, you have full access to my life, and I have no say so about it. Why would you do that? We cannot keep giving people access to to us and unfettered access to all of these things that connect to us without requiring things of them.
So even like the tax assessors.
Yep.
One of them people, right?
Tax commissioners up.
Yeah, so like with my taxes, right, on my house, like
on the county level.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep
like you the man that's responsible for messing with my payment.
They're responsible. Yeah.
And it's extremely important. I don't know if some of y'all remember, but there was the county here in the Metro Atlanta area that went years without the tax assessor actually assessing the values, and so by the time they got out to do it, everybody's taxes shot up.
Okay,
I need them to go back the other way.
So that's not happening.
I know. Can we fight about it though?
and you can fight and you can advocate for it. And so the other thing about it, so I'm glad that you mentioned that, because advocacy is the next step. Voting is the baseline. Mm-hmm. That's the minimum that you do. Everything else after that is advocacy. That's actually letting your voice be heard and actually holding these elected officials accountable for what they said they're going to do while they're in office. And if you don't like what they say, you got to
do something about it.
We got to be more vocal in this process. And like I said, early voting numbers were bad, y'all. So we got to get out there tomorrow, and then we got to do our thing. We got to represent.
Justin Kirnon in the building. Kirnon Consulting and co-founder of the Ebony Caucus. All right, really quickly. There are places, and I'm not sure exactly where, you can see a sample ballot like today, so you can get ready for tomorrow. Right. Where can they go?
So you can go on the Secretary of State's website, or you can actually go on, so you can Google it. So Google your whatever county you live in, and then just say county and then a sample ballot. Because, all of this stuff is done on the county level. Right. And so Google your county and the sample ballot, and all of that stuff can come up. And if you haven't voted yet, make sure that you look up those names so that you can do the appropriate research so you know who you're voting for. Right. Don't just go in there unaware, just clicking stuff and all of that stuff. Be prepared, and use this opportunity to actually do some.
Yeah, but just went online, FultonCountyGA.gov, so they have the sample ballot here, right online. There you go. There you go. So easy and simple.
None.
Informed because it's all right here.
It's right here.
It's all right here.
Justin, we appreciate you, black man.
Appreciate you.
Ebony Caucus, tell me how to follow you and stay in touch with you.
Absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram, jk.speaks. And we got an Ebony Caucus event coming up. I'm going to drop some information on that on my Instagram. And please come and show up. It's all about helping to build black political power here in Georgia, starting here in Atlanta. And so just keep your eyes out for that.
BSU.
Justin Curtis in the building. Y'all don't go too far. We're coming back with that 8 o'clock morning motivation mix and a very, very insightful and in-depth conversation about domestic violence beginning at 8:10. Be here for that conversation next on V103.